All right, so when you're starting off with QML, it can be a little bit confusing, especially if you're a hardcore C++ programmer or if you've never really touched anything like QML before. Looking at Qt's webpage, it can get a little hard. I mean, sometimes these links really aren't very helpful. They just tell you, hey, you can do cool stuff with this, but they don't really tell you how. So you get smart, you go into resources, you go to Resource Center, and there will be some tutorials in here, but you got to kind of dig through them. And a lot of this stuff, I hate to say it, just seems like sales fluff. It's just in there to get you to buy their stuff. Their stuff's amazing, don't get me wrong, but hey, I want to see how to make things work. I don't want to play around with sales presentations. So you can actually dig through this stuff up. Eventually you'll get into documentation and you'll find this web page. But this web page is pretty confusing. Qt documentation is outstanding. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to knock Qt or their documentation. What I'm saying is QML is very complex. And there really isn't anything out there that really just dumbs this down into one page or less. You've got to dive through an ocean of documentation just to get an understanding of what it is. Even the QML Wikipedia page is, well, kind of a mess. It's got some good examples and you got to kind of read through this, but even after reading this page, you don't really fully kind of comprehend. So I hope this graphic does a little bit of justice to this. QML versus Qt Quick. You've heard these two terms interchangeably. QML is a language. It is the Qt markup language, also called the Qt modeling language. Depending on which page you visit, it may be used interchangeably. QML is the user interface to a C++ or Python using PySide2 application. That's right. QML is the user interface that sits on top of a C++ or Python application. Qt now officially supports Python through PySide2. Think about that for a minute. This is a high-performance, highly responsive user interface that now sits on top of some of the most powerful frameworks in the world. Whoa, I realize C++ isn't a framework, it's a language, but with C++, of course, comes Boost.io and Qt and pretty much anything ever created ever. And Python is extremely powerful and easy to learn. Note, this course focuses on QML, not C++ or Python. Why not C++ or Python? Because these are technology stacks in themselves. We will cover a little bit of C++, specifically how to integrate with QML. QML applications can use JavaScript and interface with the backend C++ or Python. So now you have a highly responsive front end that can have some programming logic, and that logic can communicate with some of the world's most powerful backend technologies, meaning QML can do just about anything, and that's where it gets really confusing. QML, you'll hit a wall at some point where what you want to do cannot be done in QML. You'll see people out there try to build 3D video games or high-end encryption applications using QML and JavaScript and only QML and JavaScript, and that is a bad design. You just simply shouldn't do that because you should be using the backend. And the backend has been tried, it's been tested, it's been proven, and you have just millions of classes and frameworks out there to choose from. So a QML application, again, has access to all of Qt through bindings and connections. Think of Qt. Now, you should know some Qt. It's a prerequisite to this course. Qt uses signals and slots to communicate between objects. QML is no different. QML uses signals and slots through bindings and connections. Qt Quick. You've heard QML, Qt Quick. What is Qt Quick and what is QML? You'll hear people use these terms interchangeably, but they're really different things. They're two parts to the same puzzle. Qt Quick is the standard library for all QML applications, providing basic types for creating and animating visual elements. What that means is, think of a button, just a simple button. That's part of Qt Quick. It's part of the standard library. QML is the language you use to control the button that's inside of Qt Quick. QML focuses on the user interface. Repeat that out loud if you need to. QML focuses on the user interface, rendering and visual effects, meaning you should not try to write high-end encryption or anything like that in QML. You should let that be handled in the back end where it belongs.